Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make the soup du jour and hot hors d'oeuvres from Beauty and the Beast. Now soup du jour means soup of the day, and in the movie they do not specifically say what type of soup it is, but today I will assume it is a creamy potato leek soup. Also, that's what the Disney Cookbook say the soup du jour from Beauty and the Beast is, so I'm rolling with it. Regarding the hot hors d'oeuvres, there are quite a variety of dishes presented by Lumiere, but one of them that I'm sure would have been served are hot gougères. I apologize for my pronunciation is bad. Gougères are a classic French appetizer, like a hot cheese puff, and they are also listed in the Disney Cookbooks as a hot hors d'oeuvre from the movie. So I'll show you how to make them. First up, the soup du jour, which will be a potato leek soup. To start, we need to prepare the leeks. For this recipe, you'll need 3 large leeks. Now I have shown leeks just one other time on my channel in my video for how to make Remy's soup from Ratatouille, and in that video I did not show the proper steps for preparing and cooking with leeks. I'll show you the tutorial today. To prepare leeks for cooking, you'll want to trim the dark green parts on the top off, and also the bottom root. Cut the entire leek in half lengthwise, and then cut crescents down along the whole length of the leek. Leeks need to be trimmed, halved, washed, and rinsed between all the layers. There can be lots of dirt and sand trapped between those layers, so it is important to make sure they are thoroughly sifted through and washed. Once everything is washed, pat them dry and they are ready for use. Along with the leeks, you will need 3 small shallots or 2 large shallots in my case, chopped and diced. Last prep item is 1 pound of russet potatoes, peeled and chopped. Here's a helpful tip regarding cutting potatoes. Have you ever had the problem with the potatoes sticking to your knife while you are cutting? If you slice up and down on the potatoes will probably stick due to a combination of surface tension and their high water content and starch. But if you slice front to back, keeping the knife up at an upward angle and only keeping the tip of the knife on the cutting board, the knife will glide right through the potato. I picked this tip up from J. Kenji Lopez Alt. Thanks, Kenji. After the leeks, shallots, and potatoes are cut, grab a large pot and heat up some olive oil over medium heat, about 2 tablespoons. Add the leeks and the shallots to the heated oil and cook this until tender and just barely browned, about 7 minutes. Stir frequently so as to encourage even cooking. Next, add the potatoes and 6 cups of stock. I'm adding some homemade chicken stock. Link in the banner and description for how to make broth homemade. You could use vegetable also for this. If you are using store-bought, try to find something that's low sodium. Bring the soup to a simmer, then cover and continue simmering for 20 to 25 minutes until the potatoes are very tender, basically falling apart when poked with a fork or paring knife. After this, remove the pot from the heat and use an immersion blender to blend the soup until completely smooth. You could also do this with a blender in batches. When the soup is very smooth, add in 1 tablespoon of fresh lemon juice, half a cup of heavy whipping cream, and season to taste with salt and freshly ground black pepper. Heat this up again and serve hot. Top with sour cream and chives if desired. Maybe some French baguette croutons if you got them. And here is the soup du jour, a creamy potato leek soup. This is a very comforting dish and is a perfect refreshing appetizer, but there's something else that would go great with this: hot hors d'oeuvres. For the hot hors d'oeuvres, or the gougères, in a saucepan or pot, combine half a cup of water with 1/4 cup of butter and half a teaspoon of salt. Bring these to a boil over medium-high heat. Once boiling, add half a cup of all-purpose flour and a dash of nutmeg and freshly ground black pepper. Then beat this vigorously with a wooden spoon until the dough comes together in a bit of a ball and pulls away from the sides of the pan. Once this happens, cook and stir for 1 more minute. Then remove from the heat, let cool for 5 minutes. After it is cooled, beat in 2 eggs one at a time using the wooden spoon. Beat this real good after each addition until the dough is smooth. Once the eggs are incorporated, stir in half a cup of Gruyere cheese. Mix and beat this together until completely combined and smooth. Take the dough and place it in a pastry bag or Ziploc bag and cut off a 1-inch opening. On a large baking sheet lined with either parchment or a silicone mat, pipe out 1.5-inch size mounds about 1.5 inches apart. You should be able to get about 20 cheese puffs. If any of the mounds have sharp peaks, gently pat them down with a wet finger. Next, brush on each of the mounds an egg wash that consists of 1 beaten egg and 1 tablespoon of water. After all of the dough mounds are brushed, sprinkle on some grated Parmesan cheese or grate some fresh cheese. Bake these in an oven that's been heated to 425 degrees Fahrenheit for 10 minutes. Then reduce the temperature to 375 degrees and bake until golden brown and some of the cracks look dry, about 20 to 25 minutes. After this, turn off the oven and remove the puffs from the oven. Pierce each of the puffs gently with a fork to allow the steam to escape. Then return the puffs to the warm oven, which is now off, and let them dry for 10 minutes. After this, they will be perfectly ready to serve hot and enjoy. These are like a savory cream puff, without any filling of course though. Kinda tastes a bit like a puffy Cheez-It actually. My son really liked these. He kept coming back for more. A perfect quick fancy bite for an appetizer. And now you know how to make the soup du jour and hot hors d'oeuvres from Beauty and the Beast. Potato leek soup and hot gougères. Both were excellent. I would have gladly been Lumiere's guest if dishes like these were on the menu.
Not my potatoes. This is not soup.
I just got you like a little teeny bit so you can try it.
Don't make me sick.
Now these recipes were greatly inspired by the ones listed in the Disney Cookbook Cooking with Magic: A Century of Recipes. I'll be trying out several more of the recipes from this book over the next year or so if you're interested, be sure to subscribe and follow along. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video or learned something new, please consider leaving a like to this video. Also, subscribe if you like Disney food. I make quite a bit of it on this channel. Thanks again. See you next time.
And now it's my hand. After that, you want to win? No. Yeah, wait for the cheese and the pups. Now my line on the counter, the cheese pups and the soup. Well, I like when you were making the soup. We put salt and pepper. Yeah. Then we mixed it.